part 3 of our little recruitment series with me and Emma.
Hello.
In this Whiteboard Wednesday. Hi, I'm Sam from AJ Mastermind here in Windermere.
And I'm Emma, client exec at AJ Mastermind in Windermere.
So I think trialling a new team member is a really good idea. Otherwise you go from one-to-one interview to offer and then that's it, they start. So they have to ditch their old job, start this job, and you might realise on day one you've made a colossal mistake. So a trial is a bit of a safeguard, a bit of an insurance to make sure you're making the right decision. And actually, Tom, who is our sales executive here at AJ, I think we interviewed him for nearly 2 years. I don't mean one solid interview, but he went through group interviews, which we talked about in the previous Whiteboard Wednesday. We went through trials. He spent time with the team, and actually now he's a great team member, and it was a solid decision. The person before him that we took on was a one-to-one interview in a local coffee shop, not a group. It was only about 40 minutes, and we hired him there and then on the spot, and he came in and it didn't work. So if we deviate from our process, we realise actually we're making a rod for our own back, because we could be making a big decision that affects everybody down the line, including the person who's just given up their job. It's not fair on them either. So we're going to give you 3 steps to trial a new potential team member before they become an actual team member. So let's go with step 1. Go.
Meet the team. So they come in and they meet everybody that they will be eventually seeing 95% of the week for the next
And our team say, I don't like them.
Yeah.
Or I like them.
Yeah.
And what are you, I know when there was a recent person that you weren't that keen on that didn't go ahead and we didn't hire them anyway, what were you looking for? What part of their personality did you feel was going to be a jar and not a good fit?
So I like to look at people's enthusiasm, how enthusiastic they are with the tasks that they've been given. Do they feel that they've been asked to do something that's maybe a bit below?
Are we skipping? Let's go skip into this stuff here.
Maybe.
What about this one here, where they just meet you and nothing else?
How they interact with you, how they speak to you, how they talk.
So if I was to come into your office and I'd
Friendly they
go,
are.
I'd go, hi Emma, I'm Simon.
Hi Simon!
Whereas if I go, oh hi Emma, I've heard so much about you, I'm Simon.
Nice to meet
That's
you.
it, Emma would be in love at that point.
Number 2, Simon, please.
Okay, so that's meeting your team. What do your team think about? Now you've got to be a bit careful, because if you've got lots and lots of very left-brain people in your organisation, so lots of people who are analytical, they like facts, figures, tidy desks, and somebody comes in like Emma, like an excited Labrador, and goes, hi, I'm Emma, then they might go, oh, I'm not sure about Emma, she seems to be a bit full on. But the opposite is also true. So if Emma had met, for example, I don't know, who's been really cool, well, maybe even a Liam.
Maybe a Liam.
Yeah, Liam is actually, he's our team executive, well, he's actually our operational head of Mastermind, and I'm not sure if you would have got on that well, you know?
Maybe not. We did have I didn't have a trial actually, but did come in and have a cup of tea with Liam, and he gave me a tour.
I think you came in of your own volition.
Yeah, it was the best I could do because I was in employment. I think I said I had a dentist appointment. I came
Did
in
you?
and spent the morning with Liam.
Right. Yeah, so don't hire anybody who lies they can't employ. Actually, that's not true, do. Okay, so meet your team. Let's see what your team think about them, but just keep their opinions in a little box, because it might not be absolutely relevant for you. Number 2, let them go to lunch. So imagine if I let Emma take our new candidate out for lunch. Probably Emma and, let's say, Mac. So two against 1, yeah. What would you be looking for then? Let's say you're going to go to home ground.
Yes, so I would be looking for still the way they present themselves, because it is
Appearance-wise,
yeah, a form of interview
It is.
still.
Yes.
And also how they interact with the staff at the coffee shop and ourselves whilst having their brunch, coffee, lunch, whatever we decide.
You're going to judge them on what they eat as well?
Probably not. But if you're feeling really bold and daring, you could get the waiter to bring out the wrong food and see what they say. Do they kick off?
You'd have to know the waiter
Are they
pretty well.
polite?
Are they actually just going to just eat it anyway?
Yeah, not say anything.
Yeah.
That would
Have they
be
got
great.
like really difficult dietary requirements, which would not make them a good fit?
I think Edward didn't like someone the other week because she doesn't drink milk.
Oh yeah. Oh, nor does he. Moving on. Okay, number 3, trial time in office with basic tasks. What's that, and how could you do it?
So the last trial lady we asked her to do some filing. So how do they organise the paperwork that they're filing? How do they carry out the task? Do they do it in a way that gets the end result? And that's the filing correctly in the correct folder.
And do they also, as well as being efficient, how are they when they're working? Do they like chit, you know, and tell you all about Love Island? Or are they like really deadly silent and like nervy? Or are they asking you loads of really intelligent questions about the thing that they're doing, even if it's filing? So let's say it's a standard job like filing. Can they do that and talk to you about something else at the same time? You know, are they genuinely inquisitive and want to learn? Do they seem like they're coachable and they've got humility? Or do they feel a little bit closed and they're just doing a job a bit like a work experience person? So we're trying to give them the best possible chance to come out of their shells, but at the end of the day, it's going to be down to them. And then the question I always ask myself is, could I put this person in front of a high value client? So let's say one of our clients needed a key delivering to them at the last possible minute. Could I send Emma? Absolutely I could. I know that she would embody our what's the word for it? Our values here at Ashdown Jones. She would embody the brand. So she would turn up and I would be really proud of the way that she was with that client. And I could say the same about every single member of our team here at Ashdown Jones and the mastermind. But if you think about the person that's just done the trial, could you do the same with them? Could they turn up at somebody's doorstep on a 3, 4, 5 million pound house, pass a key and still embody the brand, still be the person that we could be proud of? So that's what to have in your mind before you go to the next step of recruitment. Because if they don't, you know, they don't interact with you while they're filing, they're not going to interact with somebody on their doorstep when they're handing over a key. So that's how to make sure that you've got the right team member. So we've looked at MDG, so we looked at exactly what department they would fit into and find the right person for the right job. Then we looked at group interviews and how we integrate those into our recruitment process, which we should have said actually, they're just followed by a one-to-one interview almost always. And then the third step really is this one. It's kind of a let's just try before you buy step. And you know, what could you do that would integrate them into the team a little bit more? When you were about to start, I'm sure you came in of your own accord.
Yeah, I did.
Didn't you?
I messaged Liam saying, can I come in and meet you? And
that is such a client executive thing to do.
See what's going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because she was getting FOMO already. She wanted to be part of the team already before we'd even taken her on. Yeah. You've been here just over a year now, a year and a bit.
A year and a bit.
Yeah.
A year in May.
And how long did it take you to feel part of the team?
Oh, first week. I think it was Maria that came up to me and went, we know people. We know the same people. Oh, good.
So the team are friendly and embracing. Yeah. And what I always say as well is, remember how you were treated when you started your job and how included you felt and how welcomed you felt, because we want you to do the same for the next team member as well. And that's what we all do.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we teach tactics like this, don't we, here in person. Yes. At in-person days at Ashdown Jones, where we sit in this beautiful room and we give you a lovely lunch and you can pick our brains on any topic related to estate agency and marketing and growth and team, etc. You get to meet our team, you get to see Emma, you get to have, I don't know where our questionnaire is gone now, but you can take away all the different things that we use for our team interviews, including the agenda and the resources, the games, the resources, all those kind of things. So you don't have to go and you know, invent the wheel yourself. All we ask is that you don't compete with anybody else in the room, so you need to go to this link I'm going to give you fast to make sure you book onto the next event, which is ajmastermind.co.uk/events. We'll also put it here, depending on where you're watching this, so you can click and go to it. And that'll tell you everything you need to know about how to book onto one of our events. But be quick, because if one of your competitors got there before you won't be able to come, I'm afraid. You have to come to the next one, and that's only for not a client. And that's it. That wraps up this Whiteboard Wednesday. Thank you.
Thank you.
Emma. This is our third in our little series, so make sure you look out for the other 2. And if you've got a topic you'd like us to cover on a Whiteboard Wednesday, please let us know. We're always listening to your suggestions. We'll see you soon. Bye.